Mackie here, and welcome back to another edition of 60 Super Bowls in 60 days as we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. Now, yesterday was the very first Super Bowl in which the Packers assert their dominance as probably the best team in all of football by beating the Kansas City Chiefs for their very first Super Bowl title. Today, we are talking about the Green Bay Packers asserting dominance on another AFL team, this time the Oakland Raiders. And on January 14th, 1968, in the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida, it was an absolute shellacking. This match was not even close. And it pretty much cements Green Bay as the most dominant force in all of football at the time. After winning the 1966 NFL Championship, they have now won Super Bowls 1 and 2, which means a three-peat, something that further along some other teams have not even accomplished since. But we're going to go through the whole statistical analysis of this whole thing and talk to my thoughts about what do you think about the Super Bowl. So, the quarterbacks for Green Bay were Bart Starr, and Daryl LaMonica. Yeah, hard now to pronounce. Bart Starr, 13 of 24, 202 yards, touchdown, which is named the MVP. Daryl LaMonica, 15 of 34, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 receptions. Donnie Anderson was the most prominent rusher, 14 carries for 48 yards for 3.43 yards per carry with a touchdown. Ben Wilson, Green Bay, 17 of 62, 17 carries for 62 yards, in case anybody knows that. 3.65 yards. Harrod Dixon, Oakland, 12 carries for 54 yards for 4.5 yards per carry. The receivers, Boyd Doyler from Green Bay, 2 receptions for 71 yards, 35.50. That is 35.50 yards per reception and a touchdown. Carroll Dade, the other notable player, of course, 4 receptions for 43 yards, 10.75 on average. And then Bill Miller was a leading Oakland receiver, 5 receptions for 84 yards, 16.80 per average, and 2 touchdowns. And yes, even Blendikoff, one of the most outstanding players from college, the player that has the name of the best college receiver ever, did not do that much. So it was absolutely a thorough performance by Green Bay. And if you notice why Green Bay won that game, turnovers. 3 turnovers by Oakland, which accounts for 3 fumbles and only 2 loss, and of course the interception that I mentioned. Green Bay played, well, penalties aside, the most efficient, clean game and most professional game you could imagine. And it pretty much says that Green Bay are the standard, of course, of the National Football League. And while this was the last ever trophy for Vince Lombardi before the current iteration of the now Vince Lombardi trophy at the time, it pretty much meant Vince Lombardi as probably the greatest football coach of all time. And that will be going to different other coaches later on, like your Bill Belichick's and your um that's a hard one. I will soon I will gather more information and of course tell you about that. But Vince Lombardi was the very first GOAT coach, of course, and those 2 incredible Super Bowl victories with an amazing performance by Bart Starr. And Max McGee did not duplicate his incredible performance for the first Super Bowl, of course. But that Green Bay team was absolutely special. And I wish I can go like 20 minutes to talk about Green Bay's success, of course, but that will be like too much for you guys. So, not much to say. Green Bay won the Super Bowl, dominated the Oakland Raiders 33-14, and are now 2-time Super Bowl champions back to back, and 3-time football champions going back to the old NFL days. Coming out tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl that pretty much changes everything about the NFL. And it starts with a little guaranteed. Take care of everybody else. Like, comment, subscribe with this video for more football stuff and all kinds of stuff as we reach 59 days until Super Bowl 60. Ciao.